Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to film my 25-week pregnancy update with my second pregnancy. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I love to post motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning videos, anything like that. So please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you a part of my YouTube family. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button so that I know that you enjoyed it, and let's get started. So for my 25th week, I feel like there's been a lot of symptoms that have remained the same and some that have actually gone away. So for the first symptom, it is that my stomach feels really tight, and this is a new symptom for me this pregnancy. I feel like it's just finally getting to the point where my stomach is growing either so much or so quickly that it's starting to feel really tight. So I feel like I'm like constantly putting lotion on it just because I'm trying to keep my skin as healthy as possible while it continues to grow. So that's the first one. And it's not really uncomfortable at all. It just feels kind of tight. And then the second one is that I have pregnancy brain like crazy. I feel like this is the first week of this pregnancy that I've really started to notice this symptom happening. I just kind of forget words that I'm trying to say to people in my conversations, or I forget what I'm supposed to get at the grocery store. So I've been starting to make tons of lists, like more than I usually do, because I am like a list maker by nature. But so I've started to make tons of lists and just keep track of everything that way, and really use my planner a lot more, because I feel like in order to keep everything together, I need to have just some help, because pregnancy brain is real. Okay, so the next one is that my pregnancy dreams have come back. I don't know if I covered this in the last couple weeks, but I feel like they'd kind of gone away for a little while. Like I wasn't really remember having any dreams. I didn't remember having anything crazy happen in my sleep, stuff like that. But for some reason this week, they've definitely come back. I remember certain parts of dreams and just how like strange they are. If you haven't been pregnant, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just like the dreams when you're pregnant are just like the craziest things you could ever think of. Like I can't really think of an example because I feel like I wake up and I only remember bits and pieces, but it's stuff that I would never typically dream about. So those are back this week, so that's been kind of fun. I think they're kind of funny because it's just, I think it's funny when you wake up and you're like, why was I dreaming about that? The next one is that I still don't have any stretch marks, which is really good. Like I've said before, I don't really care if I get stretch marks. I feel like it's part of the process, and anything that brings a healthy baby into the world I think is great. But I still don't have any, so that's good. So I've only been using on my belly the Palmer's Shea Butter for stretch marks cream that I've talked about in previous videos. I'll link it below so that you know which one I'm talking about. But I am going to start using a homemade one in addition to that, just to kind of boost up my skin elasticity as I start to get into my third trimester. I've heard really good things about this one, so if I end up liking it, I'll do a video to show you guys how to make it. Okay, so the next one is that I've had a lot of hair growth, and I know that seems really strange, but it's something that I never really knew about pregnancy, and I think it's one of those weird symptoms that no one really talks about because it's kind of like embarrassing almost. But you get hair growth like everywhere, like places you wouldn't expect to have hair growth, it happens. And it's not really like, I don't know, there's nothing you can really do to prevent it. It's just all of the hormones in your body that you have. The one thing that I did notice when I was pregnant with my first daughter is that it does go away after pregnancy, which is, thank God, the best, because during my first pregnancy, I remember being so scared that, oh my God, now I'm going to have this all the time and I'm going to have to take care of that, and just, you know, all the worries that come along with like extra hair growth, I guess you would call it. But luckily, so far, from what I saw with Madeline's pregnancy and then postpartum with her, is it does take a little while, but it does go away. So you have that to look forward to. But so that has started happening this week. It's nothing crazy, but just just a little bit here and there that I'm like, oh, I wish that wasn't happening. So the next one is Braxton Hicks. I have definitely started to get Braxton Hicks contractions this week. I don't know if I covered that in my last video. I can't remember, but this week they've definitely started to be more apparent. They don't hurt at all. I'm kind of lucky in that mine don't really hurt. I don't know if that's common that they hurt or not, but mine aren't painful. It just feels like your stomach is really, really tight, and you can kind of see like where the baby is sitting almost, which sounds strange until you see it, but it makes your uterus contract. Obviously it's a contraction, but so that you can like see the outline of the baby. So it's kind of cool. They aren't really uncomfortable or anything. They don't last a long time yet, but I get them usually every night after we put Madeline down for bed, we just kind of sit and relax, and that's when I usually notice getting them. I only get probably 2 or 3 a night, so it's really not a huge deal, but they've started this week. So the next thing that I've noticed this week is that I've been waking up on my back a lot more, and once you're this far along in pregnancy, you're not supposed to lay flat on your back, so it always freaks me out when I do, and I get all nervous and flip over to my side. But that's one thing I've noticed. I'm not sure really why that's happening. I haven't started sleeping with my pregnancy pillow yet. I used it a lot in my first pregnancy, but I felt like, I don't know, this time I just haven't felt the need to use it yet. I might have to break it out if I keep laying on my back. But I don't know, we'll see. It just kind of is like huge and bulky and kind of annoying. I liked it a lot last time, but I don't know. We'll see about that. So that's not really a symptom. It's just something I've noticed, is that I've been waking up a lot on my back. It doesn't really hurt. Sometimes it hurts a little bit to like roll over after you've been laying on your back, like your body gets stiff. But other than that, it hasn't been a huge issue. So I have started working on a registry, and I'm not sure really what's going to happen. So my mom has been talking about possibly hosting a sprinkle for us, since this is our second baby, but we haven't really nailed that down yet. So I've started working on a registry just in case that happens, or in case people ask if I'm registered anywhere, then I have something to tell them. So once I get that complete, I'll share the link with you guys so that you can kind of see what I register for a second baby. And that way it might help some of you out with what you need, even for your first baby, just because of, as a second time mom, maybe you'll see kind of what I like and what I didn't like. And then I'm thinking I will do a video also on baby must-haves, like newborn baby must-haves, and things that I regretted from my first registry that I'm not putting on my second. So stay tuned for that. The next thing is that my fingers have definitely started to swell. I've noticed it mostly in my right hand, which seems weird, but I am right-handed, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I have had to move one of my rings from my middle finger to my ring finger, and it fits fine on that one. My wedding rings still fit just fine though on my left hand, so not much has changed there, just a little bit of swelling. I'm not sure if it's because I've been working more on my water intake to make sure that I stay hydrated or what it is, but I did have to move my ring, which last time I moved it here and then eventually it had to come off. So we will see how that goes. The next thing that I want to go over is that we are extremely behind on baby stuff. We have not worked on anything really. We've started cleaning out the nursery for this baby, but we haven't really done anything as far as painting or decorating or anything like that. We don't have a crib yet. We don't have a diaper changer yet. We barely have any clothes, so I am starting to freak out. So that's what is at the top of my list, is trying to get all of that stuff ready. The one good thing that I know from having a first baby is that a lot of that stuff you don't use in the beginning. We are going to be using a bassinet in our room, so we won't need a crib right away. I just really liked having the nursery set up so it was like a place, like when I had Madeline, it was a place that I could take her, and I knew I had everything there that I needed. So I kind of want that for this baby too. Plus I feel like now that I have a second, or now that this is my second, I'm going to want this baby to nap in there probably earlier than Madeline did, just because she'll be making more noise. With Madeline, I just kind of had her nap wherever she fell asleep, just because it was easy and it was just me here. But with Madeline running around, I don't want her waking the new baby up, so I think I want to have it mostly set by the time this baby arrives. So that is top of our to-do list. I do still want to do a nursery reveal once we get that done. So if you want to see that, please subscribe. The last two kind of correspond to each other because they're on the same side of my body, and I've talked about this a little bit in previous videos, but I don't really know why it's only on the right side, but I have like stomach cramps, not cramps I guess, like almost like side aches on the right side of my stomach, and then I get like a really sharp pain under my right shoulder blade. I notice it a lot when I'm out walking, so I don't know if it has to do with just being out of breath or what it is. I don't do any running when I'm pregnant because I'm just not personally comfortable with that, because I'm not a runner to begin with. So it's not like I'm overexerting myself really, but those pains are just like nagging pains and sharp pains that I wish would go away. The back is the sharp pain. The side isn't really sharp, it's just more like bothersome. So those are two things. I think I'm going to talk to my doctor about the side ache pain when I go in. I do have my 25-week checkup tomorrow, and that one includes my glucose test. So we will see how that goes. I'm a little nervous for it this time. I don't know why. Last time when I took it, everything was fine and I didn't have gestational diabetes. So fingers crossed this time is the same. But I do have that tomorrow, so I'll keep you guys posted on that in my next weekly update. The next thing I want to talk about is weight gain. So this week I weighed myself and I was 147 pounds. So that means I've gained a total of 20 pounds this pregnancy, which I don't think is terrible. It's more than I probably would really like, but I'm staying as active as I possibly can, and just chasing Madeline around is like activity enough, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll see what my OB says at my appointment tomorrow, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now, 20 pounds gained. So I feel like with the rest of my pregnancy I'm going to really focus on doing my walks every day and eating a little bit healthier than I have been. I've just been giving into a lot of cravings that I probably shouldn't be giving into, but so I need to probably focus on that a little more. But like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I gained a lot of weight with my first baby, so this time around it's been a lot better, so that's good at least. So there's a couple products that I want to go over. I haven't really, like I said earlier, I haven't really gotten a lot of stuff yet, and because I am a new stay-at-home mom, we don't have a huge budget for a bunch of new maternity clothes and new maternity products, so I'm trying to hold back because I know that, at least in my opinion, the postpartum products are more important and more necessary. Things like nursing bras and just different things to make you feel comfortable and confident and happy. So I'm going to try to save as much money as I can now and focus on that part, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated on what I buy for that as we get closer to my due date. But the one thing that I have bought is a couple of shirts from Target. And I wanted to share them because these shirts are so soft and they're a really good fit too. So they are the Isabel Maternity shirts, and they're just like V-neck t-shirts. So they have like the ruching on the sides for your stomach. They are $12.99 at Target. I got mine in a size small, which I usually wear either an extra small or a small, so I sized up a little bit so that it could hopefully fit throughout the rest of my pregnancy. But if you are in the market for just some plain t-shirts, I would definitely suggest these. They're super soft and they're way cheaper than anything I found at Motherhood Maternity. So there's that. And then the next thing is that we finally just today, like right before I'm filming this video, bought our DockATot, which I'm so excited for. I always wanted a DockATot with Madeline, and we never got one because we were just overwhelmed with all of the other first baby purchases that you have. But this time, since we're reusing a lot of stuff from Madeline, we're able to make a DockATot work, and I think it'll be more useful this time just because since I do have Madeline, it gives me somewhere to put this baby while I'm playing with her that's like comfortable and close by and all that kind of stuff, and it's easy to move. Plus we do stay at our parents' house quite a bit, so that helps with just kind of being able to have a safe place for this new baby to sleep when we're there, and an easy transportable option for us for all of our travels that we have coming up. So I'm so excited about that. As soon as I get it here, I will do an unboxing video because you guys have no idea how excited I am for it. And we also got a cover for it as well. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about is that we do have the paint picked for the nursery, which I'm so excited about. I can't tell you the colors yet because we haven't done the gender reveal, but I'm thinking that might be part of the gender reveal. I don't know. We're so behind on everything, guys. I feel so bad, but we will have that video up soon. I'm also kind of thinking about doing something with the 4th to do our gender reveal. I think that could be kind of fun, so I will keep you posted. I think I'm for sure going to have it up by the end of this week. So click subscribe if you want to see what our second baby is going to be. So I have gone over everything that was on my list for my week 25 update, so let's do the bump shot really quick. So here is the bump from the front for 25 weeks, and from the side, and then the other side. Okay, so as always guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my 25-week update with my second baby. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new here, please subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of my YouTube family. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.